Let's get a check of our forecast. And as mamas, we know when one person in the house gets sick, it just kind of like sweeps through the entire house. Everybody gets sick.
I was about to say, Lindsay and I have 8 kids between.
Yeah.
Like we both have 4. Like, I don't want to even, it gives me like trauma to even hear those stories. Like, let's not do that this year. So anyway, along the same lines, you might feel sniffly tomorrow if you go out and about. Temple has their parade this evening. I don't know, I'm an outdoor runner, so if I run on cold days, especially like a dreary, damp day like this, the next day I feel like I'm kind of sniffly or something. So yeah, anyway, you can, if you've been out at all today, you noticed it's cold. Average 64, we hit 43 in Waco today, so just barely jumping into the 40s, and it kind of looks damp and dreary even looking out over Temple right now. Now it has stopped raining for the great majority of the viewing area. We've had some light bouts of activity on radar here and there. Nothing heavy today, but I mean, we barely hit 40 like I said, and we've had these periods of rainfall, so kind of just a gloomy day overall is how I would describe it. Some folks didn't even hit 40 degrees this afternoon from what I saw. Maybe 40 for a brief period. Meridian, Hamilton, Goldthwaite over by Comanche, Brownwood. So our northwestern quadrant has been sitting in the 30s pretty much all day, barely at 40 degrees. 40 on the dot in Temple right now and 43 in Hearn, but feeling like 30s already for everyone. And we know what that means. It's only 5:14, sun going down right now. That means a lot of us do hit the freezing point tonight. So you want to remember if you haven't protected your pipes, we haven't had a lot of 32-degree days. In fact, only one that I know of for Waco this whole entire fall. So for most of the viewing area anyway, this is just going to be our second light freeze of the season. Speaking of freezing precipitation outside of Texas, of course, but you could see the Midwest wouldn't want to be flying into Chicago this evening, probably lots of delays. I mentioned that rain is starting to clear out. You can see has now cleared I-35 for the most part. Some sprinkles will be possible in bouts here and there on and off, especially east of I-35, but most of it is starting to clear out. Like I said, you can see from Rockdale to Hearn to Centerville, basically towards the I-45 corridor. We're going to clear out over the next few hours, which is good news. We don't want rain on radar tomorrow morning because of this right here. Yes, we are likely at the freezing point or just below it. Low of 27 in Goldthwaite, 31 Waco and Temple, 33 for Hearn. And here's what it's going to feel like. Kind of like this morning. You are definitely going to want all the layers. We're going to feel like we're in the 20s when we wake up on Tuesday morning. Good news being we're going to have drier air in place. That's why we're going to see temperatures plummet. Humidity headed downwards after rain does clear, which is happening right now. We're going to start a slow warming trend into Wednesday when our next system does arrive in the PM hours. We will keep about a 20-30% rain shot the back half of Wednesday, but especially into Thursday. Likely we have some rain on radar. I put it about 50% you see rain at your house on Thursday. That's probably our best chance for precipitation over the next 7 days. Not anticipating for much in terms of accumulating rainfall though. Maybe a half an inch at the most. So again, widespread light freeze Tuesday morning, tomorrow. We start that warming trend, 50s tomorrow afternoon, 60s, upper 60s by Wednesday afternoon before our next frontal boundary does arrive. Wednesday in the PM hours, but especially into Thursday, next chance for rainfall and a cool down. It will be cold again on Thursday. Salado, we have our parade, and then Salado stroll. Yes, for the parade, cold, potentially a little bit of rain on radar, just like we're seeing for Temple's parade tonight. However, I do want to say, this weekend, sun's back out. We're sitting in the upper 60s. Going to be gorgeous for the first weekend of our stroll. And all the Christmas activities that are going to be ongoing. No rain chance again for this weekend. Will be dry and quite warm. It'll be nice. You can see over the next 7 days, a lot of which will be on Thursday, by the way. Probably about a 1/10 of an inch on average, so just some sprinkles and bouts on and off. Light activity on Thursday is when it's going to peak. And I mentioned it's going to be nice this weekend, y'all. I will take 60s with the sun popping out in December. I'm not going to complain about that, Lindsay.
I know, honestly, that sounds beautiful, and it's better than rainy cold. So, Whitney, thanks.